Andy, what would make you feel safer?
Interning them. I'm not on about the whole of the Muslim community, because the whole of the Muslim community are not committing these problems.
Yes.
You just said a moment ago that they were giving information to the authorities. Based on the information given to the authorities are lackless. They seem to come out with we'll stand up against this and stand up against that, and I'll do a Diane routine every time something goes. This repulsive creep was already on the radar. Now, I'm not saying you can stop every one of them, but the problem we've got in this country is we're becoming weak. And I'm not got anything against the Muslim community. I've got it against.
All right, just give me the words then that you think people should be. Hang on, Andy, and hang on. The words you think people should be locked up without trial for saying.
Right. You just stated a few moments ago that this gentleman had been put on the radar.
Yes, but I don't know why. So I mean, internment. Internment is concentration camp. So you think people should be locked up without trial for saying things? I just want to know what would be on the list.
No. Part of the list is, for example, the ones that have recently been standing out in the street screaming and hollering anti-Western views.
So give me the words that you should be locked up without trial for saying.
What am I saying?
I don't like the West.
No.
What then?
What I'm saying is they don't mind the West when we're bailing them out and giving them money or feeding them and clothing them in their house.
I'm going to insist that you answer the questions that I ask, because I like the examination of internment as a meaningful proposal, and I respect you enough to examine it properly. So what words should people be locked up without trial for saying?
I believe, not so much words, I believe, like we have it on the internet.
You just said shouting in the street was the first starting point. So what are they shouting that you think should get them locked up without trial?
Right, if they're monitoring these people over a long period of time, and they're coming out with reviews which are obviously a problem. And
what though? If it's obviously a problem, you can tell me what they are.
Kill the non-believers and so forth, and this sort of stuff.
But you just said that.
You've got to monitor them.
You just said those words.
No, I'm saying that these people are coming out with certain views that are repulsive.
So what views should we be locking people up for, as opposed to action?
You mean as in locking and throwing away the key? I mean, you should be putting.
Well, that's what internment means, Andy. Locking people up without trial. So
not literally to the point you leave them in the jail for 6 months. I'm saying.
Okay, mate. You don't know, do you? That's fine. That's not a criticism, because I don't know either. But you've got no idea what words we should lock people up without trial for saying out loud.
What is the idea? We see more people.
And do we lock them up just for thinking them and not saying them out loud?
No, you don't. But if you've got a list as long as your arm of problems.
Well, you can't give me one, mate. Just calm down a little bit. Everyone's tempers are high. Everyone's emotional. Everyone's angry, actually. But if you're going to lock people up without trial just for saying stuff, we've got to be really clear on what that's.
I agree with you, and I'm not saying it flippantly.
So what stuff should it be then?
If they've got an history.
No.
Of, you see where I'm coming from this when they're using.
I know exactly where you're coming from, Andy. I don't think you've got a clue where you're going, my friend. That's the problem. So what words do you want to lock up British citizens for saying without trial?
James, can I ask you one question?
No, only when you answer mine. Only when you answer mine.
Right. Obviously, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not literally saying someone is setting an alpha of Andy and the West should be chucked in jail immediately.
You have literally said that, Andy, in the last 4 minutes.
If they've got an history of the problem.
Yeah, so what words should we be locking people up without trial for saying out loud? What words? Tell me the words.
Well, words like, for example, like that, they want to kill the non-believers and so forth.
But I see on Facebook all the time people saying that they want to kill Muslims, so we have to lock them up as well.
No, I'd lock them up as well. I'd lock the BNP.
So we're locking up everybody who writes on social media that they want to kill someone else.
I'll put it this way: no one has the right. The BNP are the same. They should be treated the same. I'm on equal pair with them. Anyone who comes out with these sort of views in regards to either side should be dealt with, and they're not being dealt with accordingly.
No, I understand your frustration, and you perhaps now understand mine, in that it's very easy to say internment, but you haven't got a clue who we should be interning.
There's certain individuals on both sides of the fence here that should not be walking the streets. And they've got information.
But you can't tell me who they are.
Right-wingers or extremists. We should not have to put these in our communities.
But you can put them on trial for inciting racial hatred. You can put them on trial for terror offences, planning or conspiracy to commit. When you start locking people up without trial for things that they've said out loud, I don't see how that's ever going to end well.